What are you doing? Hey, Gus? Gus? What's going on? Is there a kangaroo? Is there a kangaroo? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is it over there? It's gone, mate. It's gone. G'day guys, welcome to another episode. Had a bit of a mission getting up here today. There's an east coast low hanging just off Sydney and it's bringing a lot of rain in, and overnight the river at Singleton went across the highway, so they sent us on a detour around. I'm just hoping it doesn't come up any more this afternoon so that I can get home tonight. Okay, so in the last episode you saw me straighten up those cat engines and get rid of all the redundant material on them, and you saw me finish and put those stringers in. So what I want to get done today is I want to just trim the whole material up and then mark out the new plate to go in and get it cut and hopefully get it pulled up into position, but we'll see how we go. Alright, I'll get on with the episode. Cheers. So I've just marked this area out nice and neatly. So now I'll just get the plasma and cut this all out with a guide, and basically it'll look nice and sweet. And then I can just mark this sheet out and install it. Okay, so what I've done here, I've transferred the shape that I've cut out inside onto this piece of paper. Now I'm just going to put it onto that bit of steel and trim it out. Alright, so what I've got to do now, I've just got to hang a chain block in here. I didn't have to burn any holes to hang a block from today, so I could just use a sling through the windscreen of the boats, which is really good. So I'll hang the chain block, I'll weld a lug on the plate. So what I'll do then is I'll put the stools on the keel so that I've got somewhere to rest the plate on when I slide it in. So I'm going to slide along, lift it up and then slide it back across. So now all I'll do, I'll just go inside and I'll just trim that out, and then I'll let it back down again, and I'll just cut along the line, and hopefully when I pull it back up in there it should match up with that line. Okay, so what I did, I had this plate lifted up in there as you saw, and I just went and traced around the inside of it. So I've traced around that edge, and now I'm just going to trim this plate back to that edge so it fits in there nice and neat. once I've done that, I've got to grind it up and then tack and weld it in place. So you can see here how the plates change shape. So we're nice and flat here on the bottom, and we're starting to curve up at this point. So I'll just show you a little bit better with the ruler. So you can see there's no gap here, it's nice and straight, and then it's starting to take a curve. So same all the way along. I'm pretty happy with how that's come out actually. It's a lot better than I thought. So what I might do, if I've got a wedge with me, I might just make a clip up and I'll bring the welder on the outside here and finish this plate off. Yeah, very, very happy with that. I just have to do some welding on the inside and then I'll clip this and make him look pretty. Check we got a wedge first. G'day guys, going to put a bit of an interlude in here. As you can see, I've got my portable armrest with me that goes everywhere with me for the next 6 weeks. I have my little pain ball, which is a block they've put in my arm. It'll come out in the next couple of days. Today is day 4, so anywhere between sort of now and the next day that'll come out. I've got my ice pack on. Ice has been my best friend through this. So yeah, so I'm doing okay though, but sleeping's a bit rough, and the painkiller medication makes me pretty crook. So yeah, it's not nice sort of throwing up and having the pain to deal with this. It's very, very painful, I will say that. So I just wanted to add in there right now, I didn't have a clip with me on the day, but in the next video I'll show you how I clip the plate together. So yeah, anyway, I'll continue on with what I'm doing there now. I'm just going to put that plate in the other side. Cheers. Alright, so what I've got here, I've got the bulkhead in place here. And what that means is on the top side in there, I can't get the plasma in. I really don't want to cut up from that way because then I'll kind of cut into that, which I don't want to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mark a line through there, and then I can get the grinder and use the grinder overhead just to cut that to start with, and then I can finish the rest of it off with the plasma. So we'll just get that marked up there now. Right, so it's a bit of a case of rinse and repeat. So basically what I have to do is weld this on here and then go inside, set up a chain block, drag this in, rest the plate up on those stools again, pull the plate up into place, mark around it and then weld it in. Tapped the chalk out of my mouth. It was stopping my welding helmet from falling down and I couldn't see through the bottom part of my glasses. I'd lost focus. So my plates are slightly off square. So down the bottom here at the keel, the plates are actually touching. And then I've got a little bit of a gap here, which is about probably 5 to 10 mil. Just a fraction too much to weld. So I've gone inside and I've moved this sheet across. So now what I need to do is just push it up there. It doesn't need much, just this bit of timber will do. Just to hold it in line. So now I can just go inside there and I can just mark this corner up. I can't do much more than that. I can't mark the top because I've overlapped it down the bottom there. That sheet now needs to go back that way about 10 millimeters. So if I mark that, then I'll have a gap up the top here. So all I'm just going to do is just mark that edge. I'll cut that off and then I'll reposition it. Alright, well that's it for this episode. I'm extremely happy with how these sheets have fitted up. I've completely eliminated all the rust out of those sheets now. So that there is as solid as the brand new material that I've put in. So there's no more trouble with it. So where to from here? So for now there's not much happening. The channel's going to take a little bit of a back seat for a little while. But that's to be expected. The next couple of days I'm just going to come in here and finish this off and get it sealed up, get the hatches sealed, get the port light sealed so that I can have this room completely waterproof. Well, not waterproof, but I'm not going to get my equipment rained on. I want to bring my toolboxes in here and leave them here on site when I resume work, so I'm not having to pack everything away every time. It is getting to be a bit of a drag. It's actually slowing the process of the boat down because I'm having to cart everything up here and then I'm having to take it all out of the car and then I'm having to set it up all in here, whereas I'd rather just pull it out, be done with it. So the only thing that'll probably come backwards and forwards with me will be the plasma. The reason for that is because I don't have any facilities to cut with at home and I'm going to need to cut some materials. So, alright guys, well that'll probably be it for a little while. I may put out a couple of other little videos in in a couple of weeks just through while I'm rehabilitating, but they won't be anything too major. I can't do a lot. I won't actually be up here on the boat, but I've still got a tiny little bit of footage that I can use. These past few weeks have just been hectic. I thought quitting work, my life would get a bit easier, but it got a bit harder. All right, well, until then, be good and stay safe. Cheers.